Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of Angelic Messages channeled for Twin Flames. Now, I know it's been a really long time since I've done the channeled messages. I've had quite a lot going on with some transitions on my YouTube channel, transitions in my life. But I really felt it was super important to give you guys this channeled message in particular today. Now, if you go back to my YouTube channel after this video and you go to the Twin Flame vlog, which is called My Twin Flame Story Week by Week, I believe it's episode 22, which I produced about a week ago from the point at which I am publishing this video. And you can listen to at least the first 15 minutes of that vlog. In that vlog, I explain that I received a download from the universe, spirit, the angels, spirit guides, in regards to twin flames and the definition of twin flames and varying understandings of twin flames. I decided to do a full channeling to get a full view of what that download was about. I don't like to jump the gun. I really like to ponder on things. I like to meditate on things. I like to get angelic guidance and messages and actually be crystal clear about it before I present it to my audience. I just feel that that is the best way to get spirit's direct messages that are not clouded in any way, shape, or form by my own personal self, by my own personal ego. And I really believe having a delayed response is the best way in which I can assure that I'm giving you the purest information possible. Now, before we go into the channeled message, and for those of you that are new, thanks for subscribing to the channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. The way I do my channeled messages for you guys on YouTube is that I take some time, a few days before the actual recording of the audio, and I sit down with angelic presence, calling in the archangels, my guardian angels, twin flame angels, romance angels, whomever I happen to be speaking with about a specific topic. Now, it could be a specific guardian angel. It could be a specific archangel, for example. And then I have a conversation with those angels that I've called upon. And the conversation looks a lot like a letter going back and forth. And so that is the way I will read the channeled message that I channeled a few days ago. I believe this channeling happened on June 9th. I'm recording this on June 14th, publishing it on June 15th of 2022. The good thing about this is that since the channeled message happened on June 9th, 2022, there have been a few days of opening to downloads and reflections about what was channeled. As you are listening to the channeled messages, and it's quite long, I must preface it by saying it is quite long. As you are listening, I would love for you to keep an open mind, A, and B, please note that one thing I teach and preach, and I've produced 2 YouTube videos on this subject, and it is that labels of words and concepts don't truly matter. The labels are there to give you specific insight into a definition of an experience, but I would urge you not to get too fixated on the labels. Don't get too stuck on the labels, but more understand the concepts behind those labels. And, you know, we could replace the labels I'm going to use, and the angels asked me to use, if you will, during the channeling, and we could replace those by like colors or something. Like you could call twin flames purple, you could call soulmates pink. And as such, we could just assess a color to the concepts of the experiences. rather than getting too hardcore stuck on the actual words and labels here. The beginning of the channel message came to me because the download I received was there is a category of twin flames called mirror twin souls. I'm going to say that again. Mirror twin souls. And the reason why I did the channeling was because I received a specific message regarding this subcategory called mirror twin souls. I had no idea what it was. Zero, zilch, nothing. Therefore, I made the decision to do the channeling and bring this to you. So with no further ado, I'm going to bring to you the channeled message from the angels. Dear angels, a few nights ago when I was watching Jeffrey Green on video, he gave a definition of soulmates and twin flames, and I began to cry during the soulmate definition. Then it came to me that there is a difference between twin flames and something came to me called mirror twin souls. Can you please clarify categories and let me know? First, can you tell me about mirror twin souls and what that definition is in human terms? Okay, let's begin. Mirror twin souls are souls that have a soul contract in this lifetime. They have had mirrored experiences in this lifetime and in others. For example, they may have grown up in similar households, have the same birth year, or have the same number and gender of siblings. In this, they will find a lot in common and connect on this level. Dear angels, can you please tell me more about mirror twin souls? They do tend to look alike and also act alike. They have similar meanings for things in life and tend to hold the same values. Dear angels, do these mirror twin souls actually share a soul? No. Dear angels, why do they tend to meet in this lifetime, and why do they have a soul contract? They meet to check in with each other on the soul's evolution and to provide a feedback loop since their paths are so similar. Therefore, when you meet a mirror twin soul, you will have an instant recognition because everything laid out in your past and everything laid out in your future will also be in them. You will see their assets and also their flaws very strongly because they are mirroring back to you your assets and your flaws since it's much of the same. Dear angels, are mirror twin souls destined to be together as romantic couples in a long-term relationship in this lifetime? No. Dear angels, why is that? Because the purpose is a feedback loop only. You will see where you need to grow, and they will see where they need to grow. Dear angels, will some who meet a mirror twin soul believe that they have met a twin flame or a soulmate? Yes. Dear angels, will the person experience a lot of confusion as to why things don't seem to work out? Yes. Dear angels, is my experience a mirror twin soul experience? No and yes. You have had a mirror soul experience in your past, but that is not your current situation. Dear angels, how can a person recognize if they're having a mirror twin soul experience and therefore realize that they are not meant to be in partnership with that person? Look for signs of sameness. Too many similarities will indicate that this is a mirror twin soul. A mirror twin soul's only job is to constantly mirror back to you and nothing more. You might be friends for a time, but the path will grow apart and continually grow apart as it's meant to. Dear angels, what then is a twin flame? A twin flame, dear one, is one soul split into two bodies. Dear angels, what is the purpose of a twin flame? To find itself again. Dear angels, how does a twin flame find itself again? By recognizing that it must integrate. Dear angels, how does a twin flame soul recognize that it must integrate? When it has reached the pinnacle of its attainment. Dear angels, can you please put that in simpler terms for my viewers? When the soul has traveled and journeyed many times over, and it has attained a certain level of awareness, it will need to reintegrate into itself. Thank you, angels. Now here is the big $1,000,000 question. Must twin flames be together in the 3D physical world when they meet in this lifetime? No, not necessarily. Dear angels, can you please explain the reasons why? The integration of the soul does not require a 3D expression of physical reality. Meeting is all that is necessary for this to take place. Dear angels, my next question is, will twin flames who also meet in this lifetime be together in a romantic partnership for the long term in their physical reality? The answer is yes, dear one. Dear angels, why will some twin flames choose to be together in physical relationship in this lifetime? Because it will feel natural and easy to be together. Dear angels, when twin flames meet, it is not generally natural and easy. It may start off that way, but then it gets messy and complicated. Can you please explain? Integration of the soul is not an easy process. Divided souls may stay divided for centuries and through many lifetimes. The reintegration process is a messy one. Much karma has been accumulated on both sides, making the reintegration process less than straightforward. But the souls are ready. It simply takes some time to recalibrate and get reacquainted to the process of coming back together. Dear angels, after the reintegration of the souls on Earth, does it then make the process of having a relationship in the 3D world easier? It does make it much easier, and that is why twin flames might choose to be together in this lifetime. So I'm going to pause here. This is Michelle without the channeling, pausing here for one moment. I asked about my specific twin flame. I asked if my twin flame was my twin flame. According to this definition, the answer was yes. And then I spoke about reintegration of the soul. I felt reintegration of the soul back in April. This is something actually that I speak about in my upcoming book. So I'm not going to go into much detail here, but I'm going to pick up with the channeling at that point. Me asking if my twin flame and I have had reintegration of the soul. Let's begin again. Dear angels, does that mean that I am free to be with my twin flame or to be with another? That is precisely what we mean. Dear angels, is there another category that resembles twin flames that I've not mentioned here? Twin flame soulmates. Dear angels, what is a twin flame soulmate? This is a person whom you both chose before you were born. Dear angels, okay, I really need an explanation on this one, please. As a twin flame before you were born in this lifetime, your soul knew it would reintegrate with your twin soul. But as life would have it, things can get complicated in the human realm. Therefore, you both chose a twin flame soulmate for partnership in this lifetime as a fallback that would not harm your impending integration. Meaning, this soulmate was chosen specifically by your twin flame so that the relationship would not impede any twin flame soul integration process. You have done the same for your twin flame as well. Dear angels, does this mean that if I don't choose to be with my twin flame in the 3D world in this lifetime, that there is only one person that would not harm the soul integration process? Yes. Dear angels, do I know this person already? Yes. Okay, so we are going to skip again. I have some more of my own personal information, and let's just skip ahead. Dear angels, is it still possible to meet a twin flame soulmate and to then decide that you want to be with your twin flame? Yes, all is possible. Dear angels, will a twin flame soulmate feel like a twin flame? Yes, but it will be much, much easier. Dear angels, can you meet a twin flame soulmate before meeting your twin flame? No, it's a safety net. Dear angels, can you meet a twin flame soulmate before soul integration with your twin flame? Not likely, because the work that needs to be done to calibrate the souls for integration needs to take place first. This requires dedication and devotion to the tasks at hand. A twin flame soulmate is a safety net, as we mentioned. It is just an optional choice for lifetime partnership should one not select to be with a twin flame in this life. Dear angels, how will you know when the soul reintegration has happened? Did you not know, dear one? Dear angels, yes, I knew, but will all be aware as I was aware? It is a complicated process and one that requires a certain level of awakening. The notion of the reintegration will be there as it is happening. Dear angels, for some twin flames, will it take a long time for reintegration, perhaps years or decades? For some, it will take the entire life process, dear one. You have to know that free will is freely given. As such, a person may resist the process of integration with a twin flame soul. Dear angels, that brings the question, what if the other twin flame resists the process of reintegration but the first one doesn't? What happens then? The answer is more complex. You do not need conscious consent to reintegrate, but you do need lack of resistance. In other words, you must get out of the way of doing what your soul needs to do. What we have found is that if one is resistant, they both are. And if both are consenting, they both tend to be consenting. Of course, we are not speaking of conscious consent, but subconscious or tacit consent in a space where the ego is stripped away. Dear angels, this makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Dear angels, I know that twin flames who hear this message will be curious to know if they are meant to come into physical union with their twin flame or not. Can you please give some clarity to those who will listen to this message? Fear not. Your soul's manifestation of what it needs will come to fruition. For some, this means coming together with your twin flame from now to eternity. For others, it means the lessons will repeat. Is this journey not teaching you how to trust? Can you force your soul into a lesson it is not ready for? Many are fixated on the idea or notion that physical union is necessary and needed right now. Immediate reunion for some can cause more harm than good. God will always bring to you what is needed. What happened to trusting in the source who created you? Perhaps this is the lesson your soul is seeking. Those who worry will only delay the process because out of worry comes abrupt or irrational actions. Peace is the way and can only be attained by peaceful means. How unfortunate it is for us to sit by and watch evolved souls such as yourselves fret for no good reason. Have we not shown you the way? Do we not continue to show you? Follow the path and you will see where it leads. What is the other option? To remain in worry and fear, and that will only lead you astray. Dear angels, thank you for that. Can you please now explain soulmates? Soulmates are simply a way for the soul to grow. Soulmates can come in many forms. We have already mentioned one. Soulmates feel familiar like a long-lost best friend. Soulmates seem to understand each other in a way that others don't. Dear angels, do soulmates come from the same soul family? Not always, dear one. Dear angels, can soulmates play different roles in our lives? Yes. They may be an employer, a sister, a brother, a spouse, or best friend. They come to you in many ways, and you go to them in many ways too. Dear angels, can twin flames also be soulmates. By definition, twin flames are soulmates. They share the same soul, but not in the way that others are soulmates. You must understand the difference. Soulmates come to help each other with the soul progression or evolution. Twin flames come for reintegration of the soul. Thank you, angels. Dear angels, can it take lifetimes for twin flames to reintegrate their soul together as one? Yes, it can, for the mere fact that each step of the soul's evolutionary process must be completed before the next step occurs. When steps are missed, based on the concept of free will, you get a more complex system. Dear angels, will twin flames recognize that they are twin flames in more than one lifetime? Some will, others won't. Recognition of sameness or oneness takes lifetimes in order to be aware. Once this is achieved, the soul can begin its process of reintegration, but the full union may not occur for several lifetimes. Dear angels, now, last but not least, can you please explain karma mates and how they are different from soulmates? Karmic reasons for coming together can appear very strong. You will feel an intense attraction to a karma mate, and this is because of the need to realign with that which has been unaligned. Karma can be played out in all ways, both good and not so good. A repayment of karma can happen in all sorts of relationships, but a karma mate specifically for the purpose of partnership is because of some major debt that is still being worked out from another lifetime. Dear angels, how can a person tell the difference between a karma mate and a soulmate? First, it matters not to delineate the difference because the soul needs to play out its need to settle accounts. Without this, growth is stunted. One can accelerate the process by becoming consciously aware. However, the lessons must be learned nonetheless. Karma mates have no well-defined soul connection. Therefore, you will feel that something big is missing from the inside, like a void. But the attraction or pull will still be present. Then one day, when the accounts are settled, you will feel nothing for the other person, and vice versa. Dear angels, thank you very much. This has been very helpful for me, and I'm sure it has been helpful for all who are listening. Okay, so Michelle is back here from not reading the channeled message. And I must say that it was very, very interesting to hear angelic guidance's definition of all of the categories that we mentioned here. I know for many of you who are on the twin flame journey that there have been a lot of talks in other places, notably on YouTube and blogs and vlogs, about twin flames not needing to come back into physical reunion. And I hope this debunked that myth. The angels clearly stated that if you are truly in a twin flame connection versus a mirror twin soul connection, that you have the option of coming back together. It's not a hard no at all. It's just basically, once you have the integration process of the souls, you have free will to decide whether or not you want to be with your twin flame. They also mentioned that after integration of the souls, it's so much easier to come together in union because there's not all the garbage of the process of reintegration. Now, the question that might remain, and I do want to address this here before we sign off. I know this is getting quite long as a channeled message, but I believed it was like super necessary before I started this, and I knew it was going to be quite long. The one question that arose is, well, our souls becoming one, how can that happen when we're in two physical bodies? The way I personally perceived it when it happened to me, and again, I write a lot more about this in my upcoming book that's being released on August 5th of this year of 2022. the way I felt it was that my twin flame's body was literally inside of my body, but like psychically. And it felt like we were integrated as one person, looking out in the same direction. And so what I believe is that the realignment of the souls to become one is pending death in this life, right? So it's not like you will feel 100% integrated physically, emotionally, psychically, whatever, in body until you release this mortal flesh, until you release the personality and the ego, which does not happen until you die. And so when they talk about soul reintegration, it's that the souls have merged enough that when you shed this mortal dress, that you'll be ready. And of course, that does not mean either that both twin flames have to die at the same time. You know, I mean, the souls are already realigned so that when one dies, that person will wait for the other person to also die. And at which point, when they both die from this lifetime, they will then reintegrate into one as a soul. Truth be told, the anxiety is no longer there, because if your souls have reintegrated, then yeah, it's a nice to have to be in physical reunion with a twin, because as the angels mentioned, it will be so much easier. It's just going to feel natural. It's going to feel like an old pair of pants, only after reintegration of the souls. Now, some twin flames might still need to be in physical contact with each other before reintegration of the souls happens, just based on the fact that they're working through so much 3D stuff. And sometimes that's just needed. And every single solitary twin flame journey is so different. I was writing the other day, and what came to me was that twin flame journeys are literally like fingerprints or snowflakes. There are no two twin flame journeys that are identical. We share certain similarities, but they're definitely not identical. The other confusion that I hope was brought to light is this idea of mirror twin souls. And I know some people who are on this journey, or who feel that they're on this journey, have been really confused, because they really feel, as the angels mention, again, not my words, angelic guidance words, that they feel that we have so much in common. We're so much alike. Like, we were born on the same street, raised on the same street. Our parents knew each other. We have the same birthdays. We have the same hair. I don't know. Like, we look exactly like physical twins, exactly identical twins. So the angels mentioned that if there are too many similarities, that in fact is an indicator that it's a mirror twin soul rather than a twin flame. It does make sense to the logical mind, because twin flames are supposed to be polarities. So they're supposed to be opposite ends of a spectrum, right? Opposite ends of polarity. And so while you may share some similarities with a twin flame, mostly you're not going to share similarities, because there's that polarity. And so the polarity piece is actually what helps to bring the souls together to reintegrate. It's not the idea of sameness. Sameness repels. So I hope this was helpful, twin flame. Like, this certainly helped me to understand this journey even further, even better. And again, I hope it didn't trigger you too terribly much, but brought you some clarity. So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to the channel below. Make sure to click on that bell and support this channel in any way you can by booking a reading or buying some books. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.